One big thing people will tell you is staying in no contact during a holiday is a golden opportunity for you to teach your ex a lesson. Show them how much you've changed. Raise their attraction for you. Turn them into the anxious person in this breakup dynamic. And then before you know it, they'll be begging to get you back. Oh, you know what I think about all this? Turkey feathers. All this turkey feather information about no contact and how do we get our ex back that we're plucking from this video and plucking from that video. We accumulate so much of it, yet it's never enough for us to truly fly. A lot of times when we have anxiety, we put a lot of emphasis on very specific days. And I just want to take a moment to let you know that life is unpredictable. And it happens when we least expect it. This one day will not define the rest of your future when it comes to you and your ex, but it can help you redefine the person that you want to be. Hello friends, my name is Maria, and I don't believe the holidays are a golden opportunity to try to show your ex who's changed. I believe the holidays are a golden opportunity to show yourself how much you are capable of change. Show yourself that you are building trust with yourself. So when you say, you know what, I'm not going to contact my ex today because it always makes me feel weak and it makes me feel like crap, you follow through. You show up for yourself. Use this holiday as a golden opportunity to reflect back on the year that we've had. Begin to ask yourself, what went on that got me into a position where I am today, where I feel weak and powerless and sad? And if I was someone who cared about myself, what would I tell myself to maybe do a little differently with the upcoming year? You're going to have 365 opportunities to show yourself every day that you can do the opposite of whatever actions are creating an environment where you feel powerless in your relationships, including having the mindset where you only see holidays as a way to show your ex a thing or two. And if you are only using this holiday to try to get someone back who treats you like crap, then grab a bottle of nail polish and let's talk. I'm posting this video a day earlier than I normally do because here in America today we are celebrating the Thanksgiving holiday. And holidays are a particularly hard time if you are going through a breakup. And if you are going through a breakup, today is going to be hard, and that's normal. It's normal to feel sad or a little depressed when someone's not around us that maybe we spent the holiday with a year ago. This day won't last forever, and I promise you, you're going to get through it, and you're going to be okay. Holidays really shine a glaring light on an emptiness that was once occupied by a person that you cared about. I believe this is why ex-back coaches put such an emphasis on no contact for the holidays. And as much as I pick on ex-back coaches, I do believe that if your ex is lonely, or if maybe there's a decision that they regret, the holidays is that's going to be a time where it really gets rubbed in their face. And while I do agree that staying in no contact is the best way to go over the holidays, it's not about your ex. It's about your dignity. It's about showing yourself that you can set boundaries and follow through with them. You begin to build trust in yourself. You begin to have respect for yourself because when you say something, you mean it. The holidays are not about your ex. Everything's always been about your ex. Well, it's time to start putting yourself first. Here's what your mindset looks like when you shed all these turkey feathers and really begin to fly. What is my ex doing today? Doesn't matter. They're doing whatever they want. We can't control people. Does my ex regret breaking up with me? Well, I guess if they do, that's their problem. And it's also their responsibility to come back to you and try to solve it. Or how about this one? Oh my gosh, my ex actually texted me Happy Thanksgiving. What do I text them back? You text them back anything you want, and you do it on your own timeline. And it becomes such a beautiful moment when you realize that when someone has treated you incredibly badly, you're under no obligation to text them back anything at all. You finally shed yourself of this feeling like, but I feel like if I ignore them, it's going to be mean. You might not realize it right now, but you're going to get to a point where maybe the only reason you ever text your ex back is because you feel bad for them. You have moved forward with your life. You have friends around you, family, perhaps a new romantic interest. The breakup fog has lifted, and you can finally look back and see how hard your avoidant ex has worked in their life to set themselves up to be unhappy. It's not quite as romantic. There's no more knee-jerk feeling of, I need to fix them, I need to save them. There's like a sad, gray darkness over the situation, and suddenly they're not so attractive. And boy, isn't that a big mindset shift from someone who may have clicked on this video today because maybe you're feeling undesirable, unattractive, and powerless. Well, welcome to the other half, where we know attraction is not just about looks. We also have to take care of the inner half. Because if we continue on into the next year by repeating the same exact patterns that got us into the place that we are right now, we're going to accidentally be the ones who set ourselves up for unhappiness in our life. And you don't deserve that. But I do want to take a moment and be extremely realistic. Because looking back, if I had been going through my breakup during the holidays, which I have experienced more than once, if I had an ex that reached out to me and wished me a happy holiday and I wasn't over the breakup yet, there was no way I was staying in no contact. There was no way I was going to ignore that text message. But we don't want to be a validation hit or a safety cushion for our exes. So what I would like to do is give you the most genuine, realistic advice I can on what to do if your ex, this isn't about you reaching out to them. I encourage you not to reach out to your ex today. But if your ex reaches out and wishes you a happy Thanksgiving, this is the best advice I can give you. If they text you and say happy Thanksgiving, wish them a happy Thanksgiving back and then say, how are you doing? If they ignore that text and leave you on read, that tells you everything you need to know about that exchange. They really were only looking for a validation hit, or maybe they were feeling a little insecure and they wanted to know that you were there for them. They are still in a mindset of complete self-absorption. Not ideal in a life partner. But let's say you ask them how they're doing and they start a dialogue with you. Well, then tell them that it's great to hear from them and ask them if they're free over the next week to get a coffee or an ice cream to go see a movie. Let's catch up on things. And the reason I'm asking you to do this is because some people will say, oh, it's too much too soon. But I argue that this person has already been in a relationship with you. And if you keep putty-footing around this entire situation, this is how you stay on the line for way too long. This person might not really have any serious intention with you. They're just feeling sorry for themselves. You want to know if someone has a serious intention with you when they reach out to you? You naturally assume that it's because they miss you and they want to see you. So ask them if they're available to catch up. And if they say anything other than yes, well, that also tells you everything that you need to know. And if they say yes, and then when the day comes to go get the ice cream or the coffee and they bail on you, that is also good information that tells you they never had any serious intention with you. All they can offer you is a load of turkey feathers. This relationship will never get off the ground. Even if your ex doesn't reach out to you today, don't take it as a rejection. Just take it as good information. Who do you want to be for yourself going forward into your future. Be someone who's there for you, because we can't control people. We don't know if your ex is going to be there for you. And it's the unknowns that ratchet up our anxiety. Are they thinking about me? Do they miss me? Will I ever hear from them again? And what I'll say about that is, if your ex is someone who's kind of a mystery when it comes to being able to predict their actions, in the sense of you never really know if they're going to show up for you at certain times or during important events, then maybe that's all you really need to know about this person in regards to who they're going to show up as in a relationship with you if you ever do decide to get back together with them. All I'm saying is you might want to take their inconsistency and evaluate it before you decide this is the person you want to battle through life with. Life is tough. You want someone who's going to be there for you all the time, not someone where you never know if they're going to even send you a text message. Now, I have heard expat coaches say if your ex isn't reaching out to you, it's because they're not hungry enough. They haven't had the opportunity to miss you enough. Well, I don't know about you, but I don't want to spend the rest of my life with someone who we get into a fight and it takes them 30 days, 60 days, 6 months before they start missing me. Be with someone who cannot wait to see you on the weekend. That's a fun relationship. Sitting around, being miserable, especially on the holidays where you start to wonder if maybe your ex isn't reaching out because they're simply too stubborn, but they really do love you. This is no way to live. And I know that sometimes being single sucks. You're single today, and that's okay. So are millions of other people, and today is not the end of your story. My gut feeling on should you reach out to your ex today? No. Time to build trust with yourself by showing yourself that you love yourself. You're not going to put you in harm's way by doing something like reaching out to your ex that could potentially ruin your holiday more than they have already ruined it. People can choose to do whatever they want, but when you finally choose to protect yourself by putting yourself first, it does make you feel better. And you'll wake up tomorrow being glad that you didn't continue the pattern of always being there for someone who doesn't deserve you. And if for whatever reason not contacting your ex has made you feel worse over this holiday, I'll go ahead and put links down below to my phone sessions where you can call and talk to me personally. You can talk about anything that you want to talk about with no judgments, and let's see if we can't help you feel better this holiday weekend. Let's make a plan for you going forward. We never know what the future has in store for us, and please try your best to enjoy this holiday the way that it was meant to be enjoyed. And regardless of what your anxiety is telling you, sending a happy Thanksgiving text to your ex is not going to be the make or break action that reattracts or strengthens a relationship with your ex. But as far as strengthening a relationship with yourself, hell yeah, it may very well be time to send a message. Happy Thanksgiving. My name is Maria Adriana. You did not have to live my life, but I certainly hope you can learn something from it. As always, thank you for visiting The Other Half.